Alright, this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to start a project from scratch. What I've done is I pressed this. This is how I start a project from scratch, including set up the coordinate systems. So first thing I do is I just press the ArcGIS Pro logo that's pinned somewhere. It'll give me the option to open a new map. I pressed new map, and this is the standard you get. I named it this project training, and I saved it in a directory that for you guys to be under KLE, project name, GIS maps, GIS project, and then your project folder or your .aprx file, the project file, is going to be what you name this up here for training. So mine is training.aprx. This is what it looks like in my file directory. Training project, training. It has all these things, including a geodatabase named after the project that I can work out of with my shape files. Ignore everything else. Yeah, so we can't just really start yet because we're in Louisiana and we use coordinate reference systems specific to us. Real quick, the most important thing to know is geographic coordinate systems versus projected coordinate systems. Geographic means it's projected as a sphere, a globe, which is more accurate, kind of. Projected coordinate system, or PCS, as opposed to GCS, geographic coordinate system. PCS is a flat projection of the Earth, so that we can more easily work with the data on a map for cartographic purposes. Knowing the difference between those is extremely important. Those are what we call coordinate reference systems. So we use two different coordinate reference systems. The main one is the Louisiana Projected State Plane NAD 1983 US feet system. So let's go to coordinate. Let's double click map. Go to coordinate system. It automatically puts us in Web Mercator. Always type this number 103060. Enter. That is our default standard coordinate system. Select. Press OK. We're reprojected now. It looks weird, but let's take these base maps out. Yeah, and now we're good with this. We don't really need to touch anything else in here. We may want to change this to degrees, minutes, seconds. Let's name this training, and let's start working with data. Let's quickly refresh on how to bring in a base map just for ease of access. Let's go to map, press this base map. You can use all these, whichever one you want. If you're artistic, I like this one and like to make, different elements kind of pop, especially with the dark gray canvas, but that is not in the context of ELOS. So let's add world imagery, which is the Esri imagery. Here we go. And now let's go to catalog. And the most important thing, let's go to folders. Let's press right click, add folder connection. We want to connect to where the shape files for this project are going to be stored. I'm just going to pull off of a copy folder template. So I have one saved, I think, back here. Yeah. Or here, let's just add this GIS project from a copy folder. Press OK, just add that folder and press the drop down of the folder, and now we have all our geodatabases that really we should need. All the soils are in this one geodatabase, all the permit Shape files are empty and set up very nicely. Map elements, most importantly, we can now start populating our map from scratch if we don't have a template. Yeah, good things to know. Very good things to know. The cultural resources, we have pretty much everything. This is all the cultural resources, SHPO data, which you will need to know. And this is a ton of data for reference. Add to current map. Take that imagery off. It's a ton of data. But my computer's doing fine rendering it. But it's good to know where that is. Oops. Alright, let's remove all of that. On to the next thing. Let's talk about AutoCAD. AutoCAD basics. Let's launch AutoCAD. And actually, in the meantime, let's say I've been asked this is how I start a project from scratch, including setup and coordinates. Alright, this is a quick tutorial in how to georeference super quickly. You should be able to do this in sub 5 minutes easily, and the whole process. So let's first just find, I happen to have a random JPEG that has no coordinate data downloaded of New Orleans. Let's see, historic New Orleans, old maps. Let's take this 1849 JPEG. Let's add it. There's no coordinates, to be fair. So first, let's get a base map going in our coordinate system. So we now have OpenStreetMap added, which is open source worldwide data that is super easily accessible and incredible. The amount of rendering that goes into this anyway. Zoom back to our layer. The whole goal is we want control points to anchor this photo to the real world geographic system we have in this map, because it's not anywhere there right now. It's in the middle of who knows where. Zoom to layer. Let's first take, this may have been a hard one.